All right, y'all, what is going on? Back with another video. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic weekend. My weekend went really well. It was pretty awesome. Got to play some Battlefield open beta, Battlefield 6 that is. Also got to play some Madden 26, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. You know, I actually enjoyed playing games this weekend and actually going live and talking to the folks. You know, you guys are absolutely awesome. I appreciate everybody who came through on the live. The live was pretty awesome. With that being said, man, I want to talk about this situation with the Xbox 360 because I think it's very interesting. So all the links are down in the description if you want to check out all my other content, all the other platforms. That is absolutely awesome. I really appreciate it. Look, the Xbox 360 already had a pretty good exploit, but now it's one is a lot easier, and this is one that I've been, you know, pretty much waiting on. You know, I've been wanting to find a way to, you know, hack the Xbox 360 without doing all the stuff on the inside. And I don't want to have anybody to, you know, wire stuff or whatever the case may be. And now it is available. You know, shout out to the people who've done the bad update. That's what it's called, bad update. It's like 1.2 or something like that. It is pretty awesome that now you can exploit this game, this console, through the Rock Band. I think it's one of the Rock Band games, one of the Rock Band trial games. And you can use the trial, get a USB stick with the files on it, and exploit the Xbox 360. You also can use a Tony Hawk game, but not too many people really use the Tony Hawk game. To use the Rock Band trial is easier to get. You can put the trial of that Rock Band game on a USB as well and just put it on your Xbox 360. So it's much easier to do it that way, and the process is a lot quicker than the old way before the 1.2 update. What does this mean for me? Because, you know, me, I do have a few jailbroken consoles, and I've just been waiting for the Xbox 360 one because now I can play the Xbox 360 version of GoldenEye 007. That is one of the games I've been wanting to play, and there's a few games that I would like to play as far as that's in Japan only, you know, so those type of games. And there's some DLC that I would like to get for Dead or Alive 5 that I would like to use on this 360. Now I do have a second Xbox 360 which I will be using this exploit on, and I'm going to try that sometime this week and download it, and I want to see what it's like. Hopefully it works, because the 360 I'm using is an older 360. Is one of those the original ones with the red ring of death. Yeah, it's one of those, but I think it's the one like right after that whole situation went on, so I don't think it will have a red ring of death issue, because it's like one of those models that came out after the red ring of death. Because the one I had, the original one, did have a red ring of death. I had to send it off to Texas, and this is the one that they sent back to me, and this one right here has been working ever since. I mean, you're talking about like 2007, and it hasn't given me any issues, so it should be fine. But yeah, definitely the GoldenEye, the Xbox 360 version of GoldenEye is like a remaster of the Nintendo 64 version, and I really want to play that. It's pretty much completed. It's pretty much completed. It just never was released. And I know people are playing GoldenEye now on the Xbox One and the Nintendo Switch, but to me, it is not the same. You know, I want that 360 version, the one that we were supposed to get back in like 2010 or something like that. And other Xbox Live Arcade games that are no longer available, they've been delisted and you can't get anymore. Definitely want to try to get some of those as well. And I think this is just another step in the direction of having your consoles open so you're able to do what you want to do with them. You know, I'm a big proponent of that. Even though I do like playing games on the actual hardware or whatever, you know, I do like jailbreaking the consoles, because region free, that first and foremost, all these consoles should be region free. You should be able to put in any game from any console, for any region, and you should be able to play it in your Xbox 360, PS3, PS2. It doesn't matter. I never understood why region locking was a thing. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. But hey, with this exploit, you should be able to do that. And at the end of the day, this is a win for gamers yet again. You know, I mean, I don't necessarily condone piracy or whatever, but I do absolutely always I am for actually jailbreaking your consoles and let them be exploited to the point where you could play your games on it. You know, like I said, there's some great Japanese shooters for the 360. they're locked to Japan. Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense why, Dodonpachi, Daya Ojo, why that game is still locked on the 360. Yeah, I know you can buy it now on, I think you buy it on Nintendo Switch now, and I think you buy it on the PS4 with the new version of it, but that original version should never have been region locked. There's a lot of games that are like that are straight regional, and most of them are like spaceship shooters. Great games. And also, not to mention that you can actually put original Xbox games on this exploit and you can play them without using the disc. So I have a lot of original Xbox games. I have a lot of them. If I get this, I can actually put my original Xbox games on this 360 and I won't have to use the disc anymore if I decide to use the 360 to play my original Xbox games. So there's a lot to go with this exploit, and I'm 100% for it. And like I said, I will be trying it later on this week and see how it plays out, because the first thing that I want is that GoldenEye 007 game. I definitely want that for the 360. I've played it on the Xbox Series. I've also played it on Nintendo 64 so many times, but I want to play that particular version because they say that version was like the version that you want to get. True 720p. I think the frame rate is actually better. It may not be, it may be still kind of unstable because it wasn't really optimized, but hey, I want to try it out and see for myself, and I definitely want to get that. Also, there's some other games, not necessarily games, there's some DLC that's out there that I would love to get. Like I said earlier, Dead or Alive, I want to get all the Forza 4 DLC. I think I got all of it, but I know I'm missing a few things. Some Forza 3 stuff as well. Get those cars. There's other games that are out there on the Xbox 360 that I would like to, get that are delisted. That, you got to think about it. The Xbox 360 store was just shut down not too long ago. And there's a lot of games that are just out there that you can't buy anymore. And not always feel like if you can't buy the games and, legally, it probably still saying that it's illegal, but if you can't buy the games, like, is it really piracy? You know what I'm saying? And I guess from a licensing and IP perspective, it is, but you really have to understand, like, if I can't buy it, what else I'm gonna do? So I don't know if I'm gonna go that route, because there are some games on there that I do want, and some games you can get up by other means, by paying for them or whatever, but when you look at this exploit, that these are the things that, people are looking at. People are looking at, hey, I want some games that are no longer available. And at the end of the day, that's the way to go. If you want games that are no longer available, you just have to go out there and get them. You just have to. It's up to you how you manage and how you do that. That's all on you, but hey, that's the way to do it. Like, for me, I look at it like this. I don't necessarily have these type of games on any of my consoles like that. Most of the games I do have, I paid for, but there are some games that I do not mind. Like, look, listen, if it's available and I can get it, I will try to get it. That's just how it is. It's just something that's out there. And I'm not against that at the end of the day. But hey, to each his own. However you want to do it, y'all let me know how y'all think. You have to figure out ways to get these games. I'm not going to show you how to get them, but definitely go get that exploit if you want to exploit your Xbox 360. I think that is a fantastic way to get your copies of games, download them, and actually have them without using the disc. That's one way I really would, actually would do it, because you don't want to use your disc all the time, and in my opinion, that's the way to go. But let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm interested to see what everybody thinks. I'm actually interested to see how this goes as far as the exploit, because I definitely would like to play a few games that are out there. Like, I absolutely would love to play some games that are out there that I don't have. And there's definitely that what's that game? The GoldenEye game. Definitely would like to try that out. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all take it easy, and y'all be blessed. Like, share, subscribe. Check out all the links down in the description. And I'll see you on the next one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.